The #1 show on the Zeus Network is back, and you better believe we're gonna talk about it all, okay? Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here, you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button right below. Turn on your post notifications to get locked into all things Damien After Dark so you aren't left behind and left out of the loop, okay? Next, make sure you join the conversation during this video. If you have anything that you want to chime in, any thoughts, any opinions, any comments, any reads that you want to add into the mix, go ahead and leave your comment below in the comment section. I would so appreciate that, and I love to read what you guys have got to say. Last but not least, I would really appreciate your support. Supporting this channel means so much to me. So there are 2 ways to support. If you want to support for free, go ahead and click that thumbs up button when you like this channel. It does so much for us here. When you like the channel, YouTube sends this video everywhere. So I would really appreciate that. It's free to do, and I love each and every one of you who subscribe and like this channel. I honestly do so much. Also, if you want to support in other ways, you can. You can support using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I will put those in the description so you have those links. So you have my cash tag, all that. If you want to donate anything, even $1 helps this channel grow. It helps me. Y'all might think, well, what are you using the money for? I need a new ring light. I want to upgrade my little set here. There's just so many things that I want to do with this channel, and your contributions really do help. You can also leave a super chat or a super thanks. That is YouTube's way of tipping the creators. That is YouTube's way of you helping us creators out by giving us monetization. Now, I do want you guys to be mindful that YouTube does take 50% of anything that you guys give us creators. So keep that in mind. If you do want to give the full 100%, that's why our Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal do come into play. Regardless of what you do, however you choose to support, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And that may sound cliche, but it is so true. I tell people all the time how it's crazy how complete strangers who've never met you before can feel like your family, can feel like your friends, can do more than people that you know. And it never goes unnoticed. So I love you guys for that. Now, let me say this. Let Zeus Network or Natalie Nunn tell it, and they'll tell you that Baddies is the #1 best show on the Zeus Network. Okay? However, I beg to differ. A lot of people beg to differ. A lot of us disagree. Do y'all think Baddies is the best show on the Zeus Network? It might be the #1 show. It might be the most watched. But most watched does not equal the best, in my opinion. From all the content that I've watched, all the Zeus Network shows that I've watched since I became a Zeus Network fan, the best show on the entire network is Joselines Cabaret. And it has been since season 2. Now, Joselines Cabaret season 1 wasn't the best. It wasn't bad either. I think they were just trying to find their footing and figure out what they were going to do with this show, what it was going to be about, how they were going to maneuver it. But baby, when season 2 came around and you had people like Big Lex step onto the scene, and all these other girls who had funny moments, iconic moments, brought us entertaining television. And I know a lot of people think that Joselines Cabaret is trashy, it's degrading, it is very low-hanging fruit. However, if we're comparing it to the other content on Zeus, the Cabaret is the most well-packaged, okay? The Cabaret is the one show that feels like I'm watching MTV or VH1 or Bravo. It feels very organized. Does that make sense? Whoever produces Joselines Cabaret, I just want to give them their flowers. They should be given their flowers because they have curated and created and produced the best show on the network. Now, Granted, yes, it does take cast members and cameramen and all that to make a show. I get that. However, if you don't have the right people to put the puzzle pieces together, then what do we got? We just got puzzle pieces all over the floor. We can't comprehend what's going on. The story doesn't make sense. When you don't have somebody to put all the puzzle pieces together, that's when you end up getting shows like Baddies or Bad Boys. It's just a bunch of cast members doing nothing, looking crazy, long drawn out episodes that don't make fucking sense. Don't get it fucking twisted now over what the best show on the Zeus Network is. We all know what it is, right? And I'm telling y'all, when Joselines Cabaret Season 4, New York City, airs this month, each and every Sunday night, myself and you at home, we are going to have a key, okay? We are going to have a great time. So go ahead and figure out what wine you want to bring, what liquor you want to bring, what strand of weed you want to smoke while we do the after shows, because we are going to have a great time, okay? I love this show. I have no doubt in my mind that Season 4 is going to be phenomenal. It's highly anticipated because we've been waiting so long for this season. It's been at least a year, I think, since the last Cabaret aired. And y'all know Zeus don't wait no year to upload the next season. Usually when one season ends, Zeus is filming the next, and then 3 months later we get the next season, right? Now, we've been patiently waiting, and a lot of people have been wondering what the fuck took so long. If you remember on a video that I did a few weeks ago, when I talked about the return of Joselines Cabaret, I told y'all that the reason why we don't have Season 4 yet is because after Season 3 last year, there was the whole drama with Amber Ali. Y'all remember at the reunion, Amber was attacked by Joseline, her team, Ballistic. We saw it all on camera. And I think that whole lawsuit drama kind of put the show on pause for a minute. But then they allegedly, we're going to say allegedly, they settled out of court because Amber was supposed to take that ass to court and sue Zeus for every dollar she could get. However, Zeus offered her a little something, something. I don't know, maybe it was a big something, something. But they offered her something. They offered her enough to shut up and leave this out of court. So when they got that headache out of their way, now they're ready to film Season 4, right? Not so fast. Joseline, in the meantime, inked a deal with BET to do College Hill Celebrity Edition Season 2, airing on BET Plus now. So if you want to check that out, it's on BET Plus. So that's really why we are just now getting Season 4 of the Cabaret, due to the Amber Ali situation. And then Joseline was busy for a few months filming College Hill. So that's why it was pushed back. Now, the wait is finally over. What did Rihanna say? The wait is over. The wait is over. Season 4 premieres this month, July, and it's taking place in New York City, Joselines Cabaret, New York. Now, if you remember months ago, we also talked about, before they even started filming, we talked about this show was filming in New York City. And the fact, with her bringing it to New York City, she's going to be doing a residency at Starlets. Now, if you're from New York, Starlets may be familiar to you. Starlets is a strip club there in the city. And Joseline is bringing her residency there. Now, she did a residency last season, too, in Las Vegas. A residency is just like a concert that is prolonged for weeks at a time. So instead of an artist doing a concert for one night in New York City, a residency would be something like Joselines Cabaret in New York City for a month. So she would be there for a month straight every night in New York for people who were coming in and out of town. So she did this residency in Las Vegas last season. Now she's doing this residency in New York City this season. And Zeus has released the teaser on their app. So if you have not watched it yet, make sure you go to the Zeus Network app and check out the teaser and you can see everything that we're talking about in this video, or everything that I'm about to talk about in this teaser. Now, in the teaser, when it first starts, we hear, and I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all see me doing a lot of this, I'm so sunburnt. Like, it's so itchy. I'm just like scratching everywhere. I'm just like, ah. In the beginning of the teaser, we hear Joseline saying, now I ain't making this shit up. Y'all can go watch yourself and you'll hear her yourself say it. She says at the very beginning, I'm a changed Joseline. I'm a new Joseline. I'm a different person. And I'm just like, now Joseline. Okay, you're a changed person, right? Was this before or after you attacked all them people at the Floyd Mayweather fight less than a month ago? I mean, inquiring minds just want to know. I love the show. I love Joseline as a TV personality. She's very entertaining. But if you say that you've changed, did you say that before or after you were attacking all those people? I mean, you put the paws on Big Lex, had her titties hanging out, her high heels were in her hand. You slapping random girls at the Floyd Mayweather concert. You slapping random men at the Floyd Mayweather, not the concert, but the Floyd Mayweather fight. Now, them grown men that she was slapping, had they knocked her head off her shoulders, they would have been in the wrong, right? Now, speaking of the Floyd Mayweather fight, if I was any of those random bystanders that were there that night, if I was any of those random people there that night when Joseline was doing all that extra shit, if I was any of them that she hit, because y'all notice, we talked about it, the video's out there, she was attacking Big Lex. However, anybody that tried to intervene and break it up, Joseline was slapping them too. You didn't even have to try to intervene. Y'all remember in the video, one girl simply was just walking by trying to get out of the situation. You know, she sees this fight going on. This young girl who's a bystander, she's just like, oh shit, let me get out of here. As she tries to walk out of the fight, Joseline just slaps her too. Innocent girl, did nothing wrong, simply bought a ticket to the Floyd Mayweather fight, got cute, wanted to go out and have a good time, but end up getting slapped by Joseline Hernandez because she did too much, allegedly, the night before. If I was any of those people that she hit, oh baby, I would have a broke neck, a broke back, a broke kneecap, shit. Listen, mama would have a lawsuit out this ass, because the following day that happened, I would be on the phone with any attorney that would take my motherfucking call and my case, okay? Because when you somebody like Joseline Hernandez, who's maybe not filthy rich, but got some money in the bank, because let's be real, Joseline got some change. She got at least $1 million in the bank. I'm not counting her money, but you know she got something in the bank. She did Love and Hip Hop for all those years. She's doing Joselines Cabaret now, and she's in season 4, so I'm sure she's making good money. And she's the executive producer and creator of this show, so she's getting paid to star in the show. She's getting paid as an executive producer, and she's the creator. So if Joseline were to hit me, I would be glad. I would put my face out. Please slap me, mama. Please knock my lights out, so I can drain every goddamn penny out of that bank account. Okay? Like, y'all should be suing the hell out of this woman and hollering about a broken neck right about now. Okay? Like, for real. Now, let's talk about a few key moments that happened in the teaser. First of all, did y'all see any familiar faces from last season? And season 2. Because I did. I saw two familiar faces from last season. Did y'all see any? First person we see is Yummy. Now, do y'all remember Yummy from last season? If you don't, I'm going to explain her to you, and you'll know who I'm talking about. Yummy was the really skinny girl. She was short. She had an afro, and she was probably the best dancer of the group. Yummy and that white girl last season were the two best dancers, remember? But Yummy got a reputation for being local, for being crazy, because Yummy was just like, so sweet and so kind, just like this, but she would bite your fucking head off 5 seconds later. That's how Yummy was. You didn't know if you was gonna get motherfucking yummy or you was gonna get hungry, because Yummy would be so sweet and kind, and then she would be like, hee, 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 hee. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, Yummy wasn't like my favorite last season. She's probably not the one I would have brought back, but I guess we'll take it. We'll see what it brings. We'll see what it's giving. Another moment that we're going to get to see play out on TV is this whole Floyd Mayweather incident. The incident we just talked about, where she was slapping the random people and fighting everybody. We're going to see this play out on TV. In the teaser, we see Joseline outside of a jail, outside of a detention facility, and she runs and jumps in Ballistic's arms and is hugging him. And she's wearing the exact same thing she wore in that video where she's fighting Big Lex and everybody in between. So, which leads me to believe they're going to play this out on television, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is what I'm talking about when I tell y'all the people who produce this show are so much better than Baddies and Bad Boys and Natalie Nunn and all that bullshit they give us. And I really like that Zeus is going to be following Joseline's life outside of the cabaret, right? Usually we're only seeing the cabaret drama, but this season we're going to see all the shit that's going on in Joseline's life outside of the cabaret. Now, another familiar face that we saw on the teaser was Raven from last season. Do y'all remember Raven? She was the one that Amber and all the other girls called Dexter's Laboratory. She was the girl who came on the show with her best friend. I cannot remember the best friend's name for nothing. I think it was like Mercedes or I don't know, but the best friend had long black hair. Raven had the short hairdo, but her best friend that was with her had the long black hair. Now, apparently, the best friend is back as well. And I know that because Joseline was on a podcast, and she had Raven and the girl there with her. And she said that they were both on the new season. So, now, I didn't particularly care for Raven and her little friend. Raven wasn't that bad, but her friend, her friend was the one who made colorist racial remarks towards Amber. And she's the one who was like Dominican or Cuban or something. And she felt that because she was Latina, that she could use racially derogative terms and racial slurs towards black women. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We don't get down like that. We do not get down like that. But Miss Thang did. Diamond. That was her name. I couldn't remember, but it just hit me right in the fucking face. Diamond. Raven and Diamond, the two from last season, they will be on this upcoming season. Raven and her sidekick. That's what I got her in my notes as. But it's Raven and Diamond. And I think, honestly, to me, they were not the biggest personalities last season, so I'm confused as to why they came back. But then it made sense. They were really the only two girls that licked Joseline's ass kissed her ass, pulled her cheeks apart, and tongued it. Like the rest of those girls, remember the girl who was really tall? She was kind of masculine, but she was still pretty. She had the short hair. Like, she didn't take no shit from Joseline. Amber Ali didn't take no. A lot of them girls, like, they put up with as much as they could. But then at the reunion, they was like, fuck this hoe. But Raven and Diamond, those two girls, Joseline could have spit in their face. And they would have said, thank you, Joseline. Like, they just want to be famous. They just want to be a part of Joseline's in crowd. They just enjoy all the perks that come along with being in Joseline's entourage. They love the traveling, the lights, the camera, action, money of it all. So they will jeopardize and they will put their soul for sale. They will bargain their soul. They don't care. If it gets them out of their small town in Florida, they will be Joseline's bitches. And that's exactly what they are. And we're going to see it play out on season 4. You think I'm lying? Wait until this shit airs. Right? Wait until this shit airs. Because we even see Raven in the teaser. If you notice, you'll see her in the teaser. And pay very close attention. Because we see Joseline doing what Joseline does. Talking down to Raven, you know, treating her like the hoe that she is. And we see Raven have tears running down her makeup. You see the streaks running down her makeup where she's been crying. I mean, y'all signed up for this shit, Raven and Diamond. You want the glitz, you want the glamour, you want the Hollywood life. It comes with a price. And you're paying that price, which is your dignity. Okay? But I'm interested to see how these previous 3 girls from last season, I'm curious to see how they play out and integrate into season 4. Now, I don't know if Yummy, Diamond, and Raven are all going to be competing in the cabaret as full-time cast members, or if they're just going to be like guest stars who show up. Y'all know how on these shows sometimes they'll bring back somebody from a previous season to shake it up for an episode. So I don't know if they're going to do that, or if these girls are going to be on the show full-time every single episode. I have a feeling that Yummy will, because Yummy was in the teaser quite a few times. So I have a feeling that she will be competing in the cabaret because she really is a good dancer. But I don't think Raven and Diamond will be competing in the cabaret. We'll see. We'll see when the show airs. I don't know. Now, let's talk about real quick how in the teaser Joseline says she's changed and she's a different Joseline. But she also says she says that at the beginning of the teaser. I'm changed. I'm a different Joseline. But at the end of the teaser, she says, quote, but don't get it twisted. I'm not that Joseline you thought you could play with in seasons 1, 2, and 3. I'm not doing all that shit. And I'm going to pop your shit right then and there. So which one is it, Joss? Which one is it? You changed? You're a different Joseline? Or you still slapping bitches and calling them bitches and hoes and tricks and shit? You can't have it both ways, mama. You can't be the sweet, humble, uplifting woman, but in the same sentence be tearing girls down and calling them bitches and hoes and tricks and shit. Y'all know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That makes total sense, right? Sorry, y'all. My do-rag's shifting a little bit. But based off this teaser, though, there is no shortage of drama. There's plenty of fights going on. We see the girls in the cabaret are going at it. We see at the end of the teaser, Joseline was fighting somebody. One of the girls on the cast. We see her going at them. And I'm excited that they're filming the show in New York City. Because, you know, Zeus has never had a show filmed in New York. Usually it's LA, Atlanta, Miami, or Texas. we have yet to get a show be filmed in New York. So I'm really excited to see, you know, the New York background, the cityscape, what kind of house they're staying in, or apartment, or loft, or whatever. I'm interested to see how it plays out being in New York City. And if they cast any New York City girls, I do think Joseline will have a run for her money. I do. Because here's the thing. When this was announced, a lot of people were like, oh, Joseline, them New York City girls, they ain't going to be on that shit. You ain't going to be able to punk them New York City girls. But I think a lot of people have in their minds that just because it's called Joselines Cabaret in New York, that all the girls on the show are going to be from New York. And that's not the case. If you watch Joselines Cabaret Atlanta, all those girls were not from Atlanta. Joselines Cabaret Vegas, only a few of them were from Vegas, not all of them. So what makes y'all think that every girl on Joselines Cabaret New York is going to be from New York City? They're not. She's not going to be. Now, I'm sure there are going to be some girls from New York there, but I don't think they all will be from New York City. But those that are, baby, Miss Hernandez is going to have her work cut out for her, because them New York City girls are a different breed, baby. I think we're in for a treat, though. Honestly, I do. I'm excited to have something else on Zeus that isn't Natalie Nunn produced. I'm excited to have something else to watch on Zeus that doesn't have bad in the title. No shade, but everything that Natalie produces just isn't that great. I mean, that's no secret. We've talked about that. The Cabaret is so successful and has been so successful because, like I've said this 1,000 times before, but because they cast hungry girls who have never been on TV before, who have undiscovered big personalities. They're not casting models. They're not casting influencers. They're not casting washed up reality stars. They're casting these girls who have worked in strip clubs, who have been dancers, who have been prostitutes. No shade to them, but real people with real big personalities, not this TV Hollywood shit, you know? So, I'm really excited for the new season. I would love to hear from you guys on what you think. What do you think about season 4 being in New York City? Are you excited? How do you feel about this upcoming season with Yummy and Raven and Diamond being a part of the whole situation? Are you excited to see Yummy back? What about Raven and Diamond? How do you feel about seeing them back on the show? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. Also, what do you feel about the whole Joseline at the Floyd Mayweather fighting everybody and seeing that on TV? Are y'all excited for that? I cannot wait for this show to air any day this month. Hopefully we get it next Sunday, maybe the Sunday after that. I don't know. I'm so excited. Make sure you guys join the conversation below and let me know what you thought of tonight's, or what you thought of the upcoming season of Joseline's Cabaret New York and the teaser that Zeus Network posted. Make sure you subscribe and get locked in on all things Damien After Dark by clicking that subscribe button and turning on those post notifications. Join the conversation by commenting below and leaving me all your thoughts and opinions below. I will try to read those and respond to each and every one of those. Also, make sure you support the channel by clicking the thumbs up button. It is completely free to support if you want to. All you gotta do, click that thumbs up. That is your way of supporting. If you want to support in other ways, you can. I will leave my Cash App information in the description below. If you don't have Cash App, you can also use Venmo and PayPal. Cash App is usually just the easiest for me to use. So if you want to contribute anything to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. You can also leave a super chat or a super thanks. That is YouTube's way of you tipping us creators. But just be mindful that YouTube does take about 50% of what you donate. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Damien After Dark, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you go check out that Bad Boys Texas after show that is going to be posted right now. Also, we are doing a after show on the Blueface and Krishan Crazy in Love season 2 teaser, where I'm going to give y'all the tea on that and break it all down to you. I love you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Mwah. See ya.